On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still got it.
Welcome back to Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. It's the Chiefs controlling the football as we resume our coverage in the fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Another pass into the reline. And now a fumble. The ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Here's 2nd and 10. One final try for Mahomes. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done.
Here we go, bucket off the pick and roll. Gotta go, we don't move it scary. Last time a shed a tear, that when Prince died. Cause if we rockin', then you know we rockin' like it's Slipknot. See, this ain't basketball at halftime. We on switch sides. She thinks she love me, but she fell in love with my rich side. I got it for less. Flip that, then I got on a check. Dispatch, then we go on a race. Switch it up if that other place. Mix it up, got a lot on my plate. Got the broccoli and cheese with the beef on the side. This ain't no regular steak. No one want our way. Richer than me. This ain't up for debate. You got a love. Maybach, lay back, matte black, just to on your truck. Now I'm in the AMG with the all black tint. They don't know it's me, but they got a little hint. How you worry about it when you can't pay rent?
It's the NFL on
The kicker, Chad Ryland, has this one teed up, and we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Right to the air is Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets him back for 2nd down.
Hey, we could easily read his mind there. There's just no place to go. Tried to bounce it and get outside on the draw.
Yeah, but the defense wasn't thinking pass. They knew that they were running it.
And I love the way that they covered all the gaps. We can do all the letter.
This is caught inside the 15. the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. The Jets lead 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown pass to Breece Hall. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. So out come the Patriots here to get their first shot on offense. And leading them out in the third year of a young career out of Alabama, it's Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there were many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Jones. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Jones hit, and the ball's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll stop him at the 1-yard line, but small consolation there following the turnover.
Well, that's a down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
At the Patriots 3-yard line.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Jets lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. His legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
The reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing, Jones. Pressure comes and down he goes. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. Now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Hardman on the return. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. They goes 52 yards on the punt return. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous. Hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse it. This is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
21-0 our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Meanwhile, Jones' throw here taken in by Parker. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Jones throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Jones, throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Jones. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throwing partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Here's Bryce Baringer now. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Here's Hardman to return. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Jets will take over. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mecole Hardman. He scored on a punt return, and now he's scored through the air. And the Jets are able to add on to their first half lead. But it's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it. But this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Jones now throwing on first down. And the Jets pressure 2 notches. Down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones, and his throw is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. Short pass caught by Henry. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's Bryce Baringer on now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, partner, for a touchdown. Sometimes he's got it at the 15. Touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Jets open the lead up to 34-0. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Zuerlein now for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen. Shake it off.
And that's complete downfield to Parker. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll look to throw again. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Folk's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So, well, you can't skip halftime on Sundays, but you can right here. So it's over, and on to the 3rd quarter we march. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jones over the middle, complete. It's Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. He'll take this to the 46.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down. Jones. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic. He's been going. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach. A first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jones got his man complete over the middle. It's Montgomery. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Off play action. Jones. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. Folk's kick is good, and that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board. And New York set to take the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game. Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way. But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick. You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down? Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Flushed out right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
It's a turnover on downs.
Jones throwing to start the drive. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Quentin Williams, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones finding Bourne here over the middle. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The offense on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Quentin Jefferson with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Sauce Gardner puts it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going to look deep for Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. They're trying to take a shot, but it's... Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. And that would be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jets. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game. Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game. Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it was capped off by a touchdown pass to Breece Hall. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. New England's offense set to go. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, We've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, New England.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Back to throw again. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a play fake. Rodgers. This one deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Off the play fake. Jones. And he's going to go down again. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Jones. Off play action. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.